we go. There we go.
Can see me?
Crystal clear, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Wow,
Yes,
wow,
sir.
wow. Mossy Kid in the building. Yes, sir. So greetings.
Greetings, sir. Greetings. A blessing, blessing, blessing.
Definitely.
Love the work you've been doing, you understand?
Respect, my God. Respect, respect, respect. So, first of all, I'd like to thank you for joining my modest platform. I appreciate that you appreciate what I'm doing here. So,
Yeah.
but this is more about my appreciation to you and your contribution to this music genre that we love. And one of the artists that I did was from Marlin. So, thank you for
Big
being
up,
here.
big up.
Yes, sir. So, before we go into anything further, would you just please reintroduce yourself to the people them and let them know what you're dealing with now and some of the things we can be looking forward to?
Well, if you don't know, you know, it's Mossy Kid, original Dutty Cup Crew. You know, we've been doing music for a long time now. We've been in and out of the music, dabbling for the last couple of years.
Yes.
We're getting back into it. We have some new music to come out this year coming forward. It would have came out this year, but due to this whole COVID situation, I think it more like next year we hear some new music from me.
Yes, sir.
And I have some new stuff, and it's like still kind of Dutty Cup element, but still with a new element to it as well. The music has evolved.
Yes,
And but as we always did, we keep the music fun. We like to make fun music. People enjoy themselves. Forget about the worries of the world. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
That kind of stuff. So looking forward to it. I'm excited for next year coming with this new music coming out, and we're going to see what can happen.
Yes, of course, of course. So, and we appreciate that because we just want to hear more.
And I want to give you more. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes,
the
sir.
creative process of music is it's a beautiful process.
No doubt, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that a lot of people, especially people that were from, let's say, our generation, well, not me, but a lot of people disgruntled, if you will, with a lot of the music that's coming out now.
Yeah.
But I would say to all of those people that the people that made the music that you are in love with are still around and still are more than capable and are actually delivering that music to you. You just need to find it. So yeah.
It's there. I mean, as we know, dancehall is a very underrated genre of music.
Yes.
And we have so much talent in Jamaica alone that it's almost like we don't have enough outlets to put it all out.
That's a point.
But as we see in everyday music now, pop music, the influence of dancehall on everything, you know.
100%, 100%.
So it's a battle, it's a struggle, but as dancehall artists, we have to keep going, keep pushing and keep pushing.
Of course. So, I was always wondering why.
Yeah.
Of all of the songs that were around from when I guess you started your journey, the first song I ever had with your name attached to it, of course, was Stick Up. Is that the first one that came out?
No. It's one of it's the first successful recognition. Yeah. We have a couple of things before that with myself and Looga, of course. We have a lot of songs together. But no, it was the first known international record of Stick Up. But we had some songs before that, from before Dutty Cup, before we were in Dutty Cup. And yeah, those are the songs that kind of led me into Dutty Cup. You know? So I'll send those. If you don't have those, I'm going to send those to you.
Please.
Yeah.
That would be quite interesting because I first got the Stick Up tune when I think I bought Beanie Man, Who Am I? And it was on the B-side of the 12-inch, yeah.
Actually, it's funny. Actually, Beanie Man it was a side AA record. So it was actually Stick Up on side A.
Wow.
And Beanie Man was actually on side AA. So Beanie Man was actually on the back of my record at that point in time.
Well, to be honest, that's how I used to present it, because I've always been one to, I don't always go for the obvious choices. And when I sung bad, it just bad. So I didn't care who it was just a great song. So for me, I just heard the song. I was like, what is this? You know?
Different. It was a different style at the time.
No doubt, no doubt. It was, and I'd say from the body of work that you have produced, it's almost as if you and Looga Man were like the Raekwon and Ghostface of reggae dancehall.
That's kind of exactly how I wanted to look on it. Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, we are. And I mean, there's so much music that I've done with Looga Man that have not been heard, which is like maybe even greater than Stick Up and all of the songs people know for us, which is crazy. Yeah. And the thing with myself and Looga Man is that like when we make music, it's a fun environment. Definitely. So we always create something good.
Yes.
When we combine on do a combination.
Definitely. It was as if though, because especially from the from like, let's say from 97 onwards.
Yeah.
We would hear a lot of the music, yes, but we never really saw you.
Yeah.
So I was always wondering, and even when certain rhythms, like so when Jeremy Harding put out a rhythm, it's not every single rhythm you would be on. You know?
In those later years, like let me see which one. I don't remember if it was Lightning or Thunder. I was on Lightning or Thunder, one of those rhythms. I was on another one. At that point in time, I'd left Jamaica and moved to New York. And I was living in New York. I was still dabbling in my music, coming in, doing some songs, New York, do some songs. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I miss Jeremy's first rhythm, which I was done, which was Fearless. With Sean Paul. With Sean on that rhythm, of course. And
Daniel would scare them,
yeah. I was on that rhythm. After Stick Up, I was on Medina, Mercury.
Yes. We're gonna get to some of those in a second.
All right.
But I was just because I was always wondering, at least now you've addressed that, because I was thinking maybe you were probably a serial killer who didn't want your face out there. Or
I heard you.
You know, we don't see you nowhere, so maybe I was thinking, you know, could this be Dave Kelly? You know,
the mystery artist, really.
Yes, sir. All right, so I'm not gonna go into Stick Up. I'm gonna go into one of the ones that came soon afterwards, that I loved, and it was kind of hip hoppy, like in terms of the style and the flow. So we're gonna go to the year of 1998 first for song number 1. So let's see what you have to say about that, and working with the producer and how the song came about. All right?
Okay.
Okay, boom. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the living legend that is Mossy Kid. All right? Listen this to me.
A dirty, yo, yo, you see that girl, the Looga? I mean, appealing in our thoughts. What she dealing? A Looga man smooth to that. Mossy Kid, dirty. Well, too much girl, believe in breathing. With a little piece of shot with your mouth are teasing. Them watch it, dirty cup youths, them while we cruising. We move them out, we move them in like a yo. Too much girl, believe in breathing. With a little piece of shot with your mouth are teasing. Them watch it, dirty cup youths, them while we cruising. We move them out in like a yo. Y'all we small, y'all we shot, y'all we tall, y'all in the mall, y'all round the stall, then we want them all. Y'all we sing, that y'all are a Chinese thing. Woman in a wine, woman nothing, one bounce like with it. I got the bar just 2 weeks ago. Looga Man take it one, not no break crew. I did one tobacco, pick up man, relax in a middle. And you roll some dirty cup of well, dirty very smooth sailing. To the girl them in the party railing. To the body street, that's how we failing. Well, the style we are bringing and failing. So who you loving, who the one you be up in your
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hot teasing. Yeah, that's our name. Hot teasing. Yeah.
Crazy.
That was a Shines production.
Yes, sir.
That was a Shines production. That song, It's funny. We had met Shines. We had went to Sean and Vegas, and they were going to voice on Steely's and Cleavy's rhythm, Street Sweeper.
Street Sweeper, yes.
Yeah, so we went there. That was the first time we had met Steely, and me and Looga had we had them voiced on Street Sweeper.
Yes.
Shines was like, he was around Steely at that time, working out of Steely's studio, and Shines took a liking to our thing, you know.
Yes.
So we had done like, I think 2 or 3 songs for Shines on his label.
Yes.
And that's how that song came about. I mean, it was we did Steely's thing, and then we heard Shines with him. We just kind of banged it out at the same time. So
yes. Listening to it, it's way ahead of its time, because at the time nobody was rhyming like that.
It was a different style, and that's the thing. A lot of people in Jamaica at the point in time, you know, to them they said, "Oh, you can't DJ like that. You can't do it like that," you know. But as I said, we have a strong music influence of Wu-Tang and a lot of hip-hop artists at the time, so we just incorporated everything to try, and we thought we were working towards more of an international kind of appeal at that point in time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow, that's mad. That's crazy. So I mean, it again with you, it was always something that, because every time I mean, Looga Man would voice tunes on his own more times sometimes.
Yeah.
But then I wanted to hear so much more of Mossy Kid. But as you said, you know, you were doing the other, you know, you were setting up other things. So
and I have to remember, in those times the Candyman is like we're branded uptown DJs, you know, so like for us to get on a track, we'd always be the last person in the studio to voice, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of producers in those days would say, hey, music dancehall is ghetto youths, you know, no voice them youth there, you know? So we had to like prove ourselves so much. Like in those days, we slept on the studio bench, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Every night we're at studio, bleaching, waiting for opportunity. And you have to be humble. Yeah, you have to be humble. And like some tracks we've done, we never, like, you know, there's like, in those days was analog tracks. So yeah, 24 tracks. Sometimes, you know, you only get 2 tracks. You get 1 track and you be like, you know what, all right, me and Lou gonna do a song on it, and we're on 1 track, doubling each other. So it's like you have to, whatever food crumbs are given to you, you have to run with it.
Yes, of
course. At that point in time. Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, it's interesting how that uptown, downtown politics came in, because when it came to me coming from the UK, I don't know anything about that, and I don't hear any of that in the music. I just hear artists. So if a tune bad and if an artist bad and all that, that's all I pay attention to. So it's interesting. That says a lot.
You have the right mentality, though. You know what I mean? The music talk for itself.
Yes, of course. Wow. So at this point, I mean, 1998, the Dutty Cup name had gained all kinds of momentum because, of course, Sean was out of the gate, you know, and doing things and all the rest of it. But you guys had started to broaden your horizons, and now you're working with, you know, you're on the Street Sweeper rhythm, which was a giant rhythm, and secondly, it was, you know, Steely and Cleavy, you know, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis of reggae.
Yeah, epic. Working with Steely was huge for me.
Yes, I can imagine. So the next one I want to stick a pin in wasn't the most popular tune, but it's definitely one of the most popular rhythms of 1998. And again, it was also a bad tune, but this is one of the biggest reggae producers of all time. So I just want to document this to get your story behind working with this particular producer and what was going on at the time. All right, so this is song number 2. So let's roll.
Up in the
Up in the attic.
I don't see
I don't care this.
and then I said,
And then I check it.
right now we stand so
Ballistic.
to make
girl excited. You know, so that's about it. That's yo, trust me.
Crazy.
Trust me. That was another moment for me again too, you know what I mean? Shit.
Yes.
Working with the great Tony C.D. Kelly.
Exactly.
My God, man, trust me. That was like one of the best days of my life right there. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. And big up Tony Kelly. Big up Tony Kelly. Because Tony Kelly is such a G in the music business. It's not even a joke.
Definitely.
Tony Kelly, a pleasure to work with him. He just knows what he's doing. His creative process is great. Like Tony is definitely like I don't even want to say top 3 or up there in music, you know, producing.
Easy.
And I voiced another song on another rhythm for Tony by myself. Okay, I don't remember what that rhythm was at this point, but Tony Kelly is a guy who musically guides you. Business wise, he guides you. So you voice for Tony Kelly, he's giving you business tips, making you understand your royalties, your everything.
Yeah.
And I think Tony Kelly was the first guy who gave me actually a check straight up, like off of my royalties. Like, woke up one morning, he gave me a check, had another check. I was like, and he showed us the right way. Tony Kelly, big up. Like, he's a dog. Like,
wow.
I would love to work with Tony Kelly again in the future.
Yes. And
I know if I was to do that, I would have some success. Definitely working with Tony Kelly, boy. So, and again, you know, that song came about because Sean and DMX had done the song, which was Tony Kelly had put it out, and we had went with Sean to, when he was voicing the song with DMX, and he had played the rhythm for Sean.
Yeah.
And then we were there right away. We had something for it, so it was bam, 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 in and out. Yeah.
I mean, I'm listening now, and the tune them, especially this, you know, the so-called new artists that are out now, they're still not at this level.
It's funny. That's the thing, you know. I know I'm talking about Tony Kelly song, but the thing with Steely too, like we had voice for Steely. I'd done the song, and then one of my lines was, I want to be rich till I'm filthy. You see Mossy rocking in a Bentley. So of course, Steely, as a Brit, as a man who spent time in London in his younger years, he was like, to all the guys, you know, these guys are talking about Bentleys. You guys are talking about Benz and Beamers. You guys are talking about Bentleys, Rolls Royce. So he kind of loved the lyrical content and things that we were talking about. So yeah, a lot of people weren't really talking about that kind of stuff then, you know?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And in those days that I told you that we're boasting, we're being boasting when we're talking about stuff like that, you know? which would have went perfectly right now in this time, because everybody's about boasting and trying to really show off, even though we weren't trying to show off, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's music, it's artistry, you know, you're painting a picture, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So
yeah, entertainment, because when I was listening to some of these songs, I mean, we're 1998 at this point, so I'm like 17. So for me, from when I'm hearing some of this stuff, I knew that I had to shape my life into some of these lyrics what I was listening.
For real. There are good lyrics to mold your game off, you know?
Exactly, you know? Influence the game. So all right, let's rewind the clock a second.
Yeah.
How does the Dutty Cup form as a group?
Okay, Dutty Cup. Well, you know, originally it was Sean, Kurup, Daddy Gong, and Chicken.
Yes.
I was out there doing my thing. I was voicing by myself, or kind of on the road by myself. And I'd done this show back in the days called Groove in the Hills, which was put on by Kimani Robinson and Zachary Harding from Syndicate, who is the brother of Jeremy Harding. And I had the opportunity to do a show. And I did a show by myself as Mossy Kid, and Sean at the time and those guys were doing Dutty Cup. So it eventually went that I was getting some shows now. After that show, I'd be getting shows with them, booking on the same bills with them. Yeah. So me and Daddy Gang had started moving closely. So Daddy Gang was like, yo, you need to come on, you need to be in Dutty Cup. So that, at that point, I was on my way into Dutty Cup, and me and Looga were doing our thing, started doing our thing. Yeah. So it was just like a natural involvement for myself and Looga to be a part of Dutty Cup. So that's how we started. And then, I guess Stick Up, you can say, was the sealer for us then.
Yes. The one, yeah.
But, yeah. But we all, before that, we'd be on the studio runs too. We'd all be going to studio together. 5 party for buy for lunch. Every man I get a party, you know, yes. and do a thing. So.
See.
But that's how we came. That's how it came about.
Did you guys go to school? I believe Kurup was saying something about.
Yeah, all of us got at that time. Daddy Gang and Chicken, no, but I knew Looga from early days. Sean's brother and myself were in the same class growing up. Sean's father and my father were friends growing up from their days. Kurup, we know Kurup from Wilmers, and you know, from Don Newton, we had friends, and like I went to Wilmers, and we used to come home, myself, Don Newton used to come home with a friend named Amari, and we all used to come home together, and that's how I know Don Newton and Kurup. So we always do Sean, and I always do Sean's brother. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for filling in those gaps. All right. So the next song, was probably one of my, maybe my favorite Dutty Cup song, if you like. Especially with you and Looga. Big up Looga, who's in here, by the way, and Daniel, Uptown God, big up yourself. So, so I need to play this one because, again, it was one of the baddest rhythms to heat up the scene in 1999.
Yeah.
And this one, if there was a rhythm album, it would probably have been on it. But this one was one of the baddest tunes that I never really did hear in, you know, like you have sound tape and them things that. Didn't hear it on that, but when I was on radio in them time there, I always used to play this one hard, because I love this rhythm. And this particular tune is just mad. Again, so, all right, and let's go into this. This is song number 3 of Mossy Kid's catalog. I mean, it's very huge, but I'm just going, I'm picking out some of my very best and my favorites, all right?
All right, cool.
All right, so let's roll. This is song number 3. Let's roll.
They call them parting on them shots and all parts, no doubt. I know come and smooth it down. Mossy Kid. I mean, and the girl, them forget it properly. A good book, let the girl, them a meditate. A good book, let the girl, them appreciate. And good luck to some good way you play your hate. And we the girl, them words I wonder. A good book, let the girl, them a meditate. A good work, let the girl, them appreciate. And good luck to some good way you play your hate. And we the girl, them raise them one day. Girl, them no one to see them, no one to miss some see what a boy like Mossy. Feel what them want see. I don't pop it in the belly. I put up y'all in the go on to them. When up in the speed, one mount of cookies. One Looga smooth and maximize all the cookies. You have some passes, I tilt off the cookies. I just feel like the city and me say them are cookies. A good book.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Just the other day I remember about that song, you know. Just the other day, boy. Trust me.
Yes, indeed.
That is King Jammys.
Yes.
Bada.
Another giant label and producer that you work. So you've just kind of established yourself as a Dutty Cup Crew and Mossy Kid, and already we're talking about Steely and Clevie and Tony Kelly.
Yeah.
King Jammys. That's just crazy coming out of the gate.
Yeah, King Jammys. That was epic for us too. You know what I mean? Because you don't know King Jammys. Yeah. You have to voice for King Jammys to get yourself authenticated, you know what I mean?
Yes,
because it's just that rhythm was just so much competition on that rhythm again. Bada, you know, could have been 300 songs on that rhythm, you know? So, again, the talent in Jamaica, immense, you know what I mean? There's so much talent, but again, that rhythm was just a great rhythm to be on.
Yes,
Bada.
definitely. But
Yeah.
and I play it now, and of course the quality is just still tip top. It's just crazy. And for those who weren't there back then, so for any young heads who may be listening to this, they would not know that this was not amongst the tune where carry the rhythm to wherever the rhythm went, because the song them the tune so bad. But back then, you know, strangely enough, it wasn't amongst the top bunch of the rhythm, which is so strange. But that's like no.
Yeah, so I go. You win some, you lose some. You know what I mean? Just keep shooting at them.
Definitely.
So.
Yes, sir. So
That song. Yeah, go ahead.
Go on. Yeah. You were gonna say?
No, I was saying that's. I don't remember what year that song came out, but I know that we had we probably had done that song a little while before it was released, probably. I don't know. I think there was different release dates on those
Yes, there was.
records.
Yes,
so,
because my first Bada that song them had the year of 1998, right at the end of 98.
Yeah.
That was when the 45 them come out, and then in 99 we had some more, Beanie Man and a couple others. So yeah. So I'm not
great.
So it's basically but the rhythm was hotting up 99. That's why I said 99.
Yeah, and we had Jammys was a place we always used to frequent. Like it's one of our studio places that we go every day to try. Those times when we used to the dub plates over there, and we had a relationship with Suko, and of course the voice for like Chris Jammys. We have done stuff for Chris Jammys as well.
Egypt,
So,
yeah. That was the song with Alicat, right? Vagina, something more than it.
Yeah, I had one Alicat. I think me and Looga had another one with on his label as well. I might have had two individual songs as well.
Wow. Okay.
There's
so,
yeah.
Speaking of individual songs,
yeah.
One of the first, well, it wasn't the first, to be honest, but one of them, first individual song that I got from you, because I was looking forward to them, but unfortunately at the time, in UK, we didn't get every single song that was ever released.
Yeah.
So one of the first ones I got with just your name on it came to me in the year of 2000. And it seems as though Sean Paul was trying to launch a record label. Sean Paul and maybe his brother?
Oh no, it was Sean Paul and this guy who's a promoter, Daniel Abbott.
Okay.
He used to be a promoter. He used to promote stages apart in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said 2000 was the year?
2000, yes.
And that song again was another song, probably maybe voiced from 1998, probably. If it's the same song I'm thinking about. So.
Wow. Well, I love it. I'm about to play it right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is another one but this is Mossy Kid on his own to show you that he can pull his own weight. And see him where, and it just shows the quality and the depth of your artistry. So, yeah, this is song number 4, so let's roll with it.
Right now, we had to play a book, I'm going to school, I'm going to smart, and every man feel a sugar bumps, girl, that's spend remember, yo, every man feel a sugar bumps, a sugar mommy, yo, a girl with them, a shame for them to see your money, when nothing now, go on for the back, it's hard to tell me, you are here, Miss Money, sugar bumps are running, every man feel a sugar bumps, a sugar mommy, yo, a girl with them, a shame for them to see your money, when nothing now, go on for the back, it's hard to tell me, you are here, Miss Money, sugar bumps are running. Friday night, come here, sugar mom's gone to the club, and she a buy me drinks and she now cause the scrub. Come into the little more to get the real rubber dub. Just up from the waistline, yo, and she a watch it out, so come me love and buy me love. And she a give me the kiss, come me got to work it out. So listen to the DJ, me select some hand jobs. Me sugar mom's about come me funds, yo. Every man for you for sugar mom's and sugar mommy. Yo, a girl with them,
Trust me.
Mad.
That tune there, I tell you.
Ridiculous.
Again, it's like I feel like it came a little before its time, but.
Well, quality, as I said, I think it was Baseline Records, and I remember seeing S. Henriquez and some next Henriquez name. There was 2 Henriquez, so that was obviously Sean and someone else. That's why I was thinking.
You know, there was it was Jason, was his brother. Sean's brother had produced the rhythm.
Yes, yes.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's funny because that song was I'd written that song for Bobby. Bobby Digital had hit over the Sweet for my sweet, love it for me. So yeah, he had hit over that rhythm in the 90s, and I was actually with it for Bobby Digital on the Bobby Digital rhythm. There was something had went on with Bobby had went away, and I never got to do the song. So I didn't have voice it for Sean on Sean's label, but I really wanted to do it on that original Super Cat rhythm because it would have just fit so well on the rhythm. But didn't get the voice of Bobby, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Bobby Digital. I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, that's how that song came about. And I had a friend who inspired that song, you know, Sugar Mums. He had a Sugar Mummy at the time. And so I got inspiration and drew inspiration from a couple places to write that song.
Okay, that's crazy. Wow, because I remember
Big up Looga Man, because I don't know original Sugar Mums dads, you understand?
When it's kind of interesting because when I met my well, we're separated years ago now, but my ex-wife Halle Berry, when I first saw her, that's exactly what I called her, Sugar Mummy, and you know, that's another story altogether how we all broke up. But this is not my story. This is yours. So you know.
We get that one off the air, you know what I mean?
Yes. So, what was could you please, if you will, I mean, this is personal, I get it, but you're here now, so what are the some memories that you have to share about the late Mr. Chicken, if you would care to share some of those stories with us?
Rest in peace, Chicken. Chicken, very competitive guy. You know, me and him always used to have our little things because he's always trying to push me, always trying to show me up. So he's like, he helped me step up my game.
Yes.
A very loving, jovial guy. You know.
Yes. Yes.
He's around. He's a lot of jokes. He try to make sure everybody feeling the vibes. You don't want the vibes kind of. You don't want to see them man sit down and screw up. You want to try do some silliness to kind of make you laugh and
See it, yeah.
Chicken had a good overall energy, you know.
Yes, definitely.
So rest in peace, and I hope your family doing all right and everything, and
Yes.
That's one of my brothers for life. You know, we've been to battle, we eat out the same pot.
Yes.
And we understand each other's struggle.
Yes.
And we're working back then. Yeah.
He was definitely one of the inspirations behind what I'm doing now, because I think I told this story to Luga, but I was doing one of my live sessions or whatever, and Chicken tuned in.
Yeah.
So, I was hailing him up. So I was just about to approach him to come and do this thing, and he passed the week later after that live session.
Crazy.
So that's when I realized. So I think I was talking to Hawkeye that week. So when Hawkeye was like, yeah, whenever you're ready, I said, you know what? I'm not going to bother getting all my sexy equipment and rare. Let me just do this right now, because anything could happen to me, anything happen to, and not only that, I'm trying to put stripes as much as I can on some of the living legends such as yourself, because we live in a very ungrateful world. And especially the reggae dancehall genre, people act like they like to brush it aside like it's nothing, but at the same time they wait till you die to when they want to prop you up and say, oh yeah, this one was bad, or all them madness. So this is, for me, this is very important that you can spend your time with us here on this this little platform of mine, so I may salute living legends such as yourself. So thank you yet again.
Thank you, brother. Because you're doing a big part for dancehall right now. As we might think it's a small thing, but you know, we know the small thing turns into a big thing, and this is documented stuff so people can look back and see.
Yes,
and
sir.
A lot of the people I've seen it already interviews, like they're living legends in their own right. You know what I mean?
Yes. Respect.
So keep pushing. Keep pushing on.
That's my job. All right. So what I'm gonna do for song number 5, I went to it was a very popular rhythm. However, this song was not included on the rhythm album that came out. All right.
Okay.
Which is weird because it's a insane song, and some of the tunes on the album, I was thinking, who the hell is that guy? Why are they on it? And why is Mossy Kid not on it? But never mind. Who cares? I have it, and that's all that matters. So we're gonna go fast forward to 2004. All right.
Okay.
And it was a bad rhythm that did come out, and this tune was one of my favorites on it, but it wasn't on the album, which is interesting. So let's just we'll go into it, and then we'll hear what you got to say about it. You ready?
All right.
All right, let's roll.
Yeah, I know to you. Hey, Mossy Kid is back. Yes, Dutty Cup is back. Yeah, a black stage. Yeah. And I am singing that. We just came home and we made some loot. Well, like I disrespect, I'm a gun me shoot. And should I know we are militant youth? They should have hate the youth, they should have rate the youth. And now for them want feel the truth. When they forget it, with them up to break the rules. But more girl, me I try to recruit. I'm trying to find me some look like a super loop. And give me that love. Anytime say you see me in the club. Whether walking by on me rolling dogs. Send the man where you love, Mossy Kid in my tongue, yeah. Sugar bomb still a back of my phone. Cause I'm spending advance and I got new guns. And more vehicles to make more guns. And more paper and turn for me on my done. We just came home and we made some loot. Well, like I disrespect, I'm a gun to shoot. And should I know me a militant youth? They should have hate the youth. Should have hate the youth.
Shit. I tell you, shoot. I tell you, Super Blacks, man. Rest in peace, Super Blacks.
Yes,
Jesus.
sir. Yes, of course.
That was was that Black? I think it was Black House label that one was on.
Yes.
And Blacks, yeah.
Yes.
That was a great. That rhythm alone. So when you hear that rhythm, you already know what it is. You know what I mean? It's like air crack. You know what I mean? You need it. Yeah. You need it. That's one of those songs I think where this where I was just where it came in. I think I just came from New York to Jamaica, and I went over the Black studio.
Yeah.
And I think he had just made the rhythm, and I walked in when he was making it. And I was just like, just came home and I made some loot, and I got this just like I'm gonna shoot, and it just came right off my tongue, and we just did it right there, and it was a rap again, you know.
Wow.
So all those songs was like one time, like I came, heard the rhythm, and I just did something right then and there, and it was over. Yeah.
Crazy, and this goes without saying, the tune is hard.
Yeah, I listened as I listened it back, I'm like, you know, bring back some memories, and I was like, yeah.
Of course.
That rhythm again was a crazy rhythm, you know, with all the other songs were on Cartel, and so competition.
Yes. However, I mean, the song is a standalone song. I mean, it holds weight with the so-called top tunes on the rhythm easily, you know. But you know.
Those songs, like some of the songs that we did, like, you know, it might have been like a dancehall banger, but like if I put them, let's say they're my album, they'd have been great album tracks. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So.
What was interesting is, like, I'm listening to, I mean, the catalog that I have that includes you and all of that. Most of the tune them, you know, it's girl song. And of course, you know, that's right down my alley. I love girl song and slackness and all the rest of it. But, you know, there is a few trinkets of Godman sitting. So that's what I was thinking, you know. Who knows if this guy, you know, does his private life? Why don't we see?
You're back on the serial killer talk, huh?
No. Yeah.
I'm not a gunman in any way, you know what I mean? But I will defend my turf, you know what I mean?
Of course. Yes, man.
And by whatever means necessary, needed to defend our turf, we will defend our turf.
Yes, yes, sir. Well, to be honest, I mean, it's also fair to say that a real gunman would never admit to being one. So I'm not going to say nothing else, you know?
We'd hope so, right? You know what I mean? We hope that they're smart enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I mean, okay, so why was there, if I may ask, why was there never a Dutty Cup album released?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a good question. It should have been done many times, you know. I guess I wouldn't say the bigger heads who were at the time had to make the call for that. I mean, there were talks about it. There was even interest from I believe Virgin Records at the time. The same guy who had signed Candyman on his deal. We had met him at a Def Jam hip hop thing in Jamaica back in the days, and he was all interested in our shit and wanted to do something with us. I don't know what happened.
Wow.
At that time, Jeremy Harding would have been responsible for it, because at the time he was our manager at the time. So I guess if they had put something to Jeremy, he would have been the one to put it down at that point in time. And Sean, of course, would have had to sign off on it, you know?
Yes, yes, yes.
So, I don't know. It was talked about, but it just never happened, you know?
Wow.
Who knows? Maybe it will happen. Maybe it could happen now, you know? 2 of our members are gone. Maybe we should do it now at this point in time. You know, so it should have been done, though. You're right, because with a lot of music and with a lot of stuff to put out at the time, it was the era of music were changing shifts, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like, what do we really do? And again, a lot of different barriers to break down at the time.
Yeah.
Just at that point in time. So it should have been done, though, because there's so much music that we had that in that era that was bigger than the time. That was bigger than the time.
Definitely, 100%, 100%. But you know, you guys, all of you are still out doing your thing and more than capable of pulling off some excellent, reaching some great heights. I heard Kurup had some tune the other day that he played some next genre. It's almost like soul music. It was bad. I didn't even know he could do shit like that. So you know, I know it's there. So you know.
I'm with it. If they're with it, I'm with it. You know what I mean? So.
Where I say Looga Man? What's up? What do you say?
Big up, broski. Call Sean with it, you know, me with it, Kurup with it, we can do it. And that'd be a dope album right now. Because everybody has grown so much from that point in time, so you know what I mean?
Of course.
So wouldn't rule it out.
Wow, that is crazy. All right, well, we have 5 minutes left in here. But just before that, I just want to again express my gratitude, and I always say this to every single guest that graces this platform, which is, you know, if you lose a partner, a woman, or whatever, if you have it in you, you can get back for more.
Yes, sir.
Money, I don't know, you can make back much more than you ever lost in the first place. You know, it's a currency, so it circulates.
Just don't lose your head.
Exactly. Time is the one thing that is spent that you will never ever retrieve again, and it's lost forever. So I really am very grateful and thankful that you've decided to spend your time here with me and us in this forum, Chat About Reggae session, to paint us a more full picture of the Dutty Cup clan. So I really salute, and I'm so grateful for this. So thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And it's my duty. I will try and echo whatever it is you or any of the guys are working with, you know, just to shed light on, just put it out there, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
and
sir.
we love the move. As I said, we love the vibe you're doing. We love the movement, and we're tuning in because we want to say all the other artist stories as well. You know what I mean? Well, we haven't seen. So big up, Jamaica salutes you. Reggae music salutes you. Keep pushing the music, brother.
Yes, sir. It's my duty. Because, I mean, as I said before, the genre is huge. And not even just the genre. I think Jamaica as a nation, we have so much to offer. Jamaica plus its offspring scattered all over the world. You know.
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey, giants like these. I mean, Marcus Garvey was the reason that the FBI was invented. That's crazy, you know? So we have all of these voices that are coming out of this little small island that America freed up. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and you are one of these artists that are helping push this culture and sticking the flag all over the planet. So again, salute to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, then. So we have 2 minutes left. I wanted to start with this song, but I didn't want to because, you know me, I try my best not to go regular.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
We have to stick a pin in certain things because this is history. So, you know what? I was going to play Stick Up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go for something a little bit more exciting. Not more exciting, but different, you know. We're going to go back to Shine's production. So this is another one from Looga Man and Mossy Kid, folks. We're going back to 1998.
A Dutty, yo. A Looga Man smoother than now. A Dutty Mossy Kid, and we love how the girl in my lips. I mean, figure for the girl, them figure. Dutty, yo. You got the dividends and your friends and your friends for a muggle for a girl, baby. You got your own money, all nice and no none. Go a muggle for a girl, lady. So, you got your dividends and your friends go and muggle for a girl, baby. Hey, you got your own money, all nice and no none. Go and muggle for a girl, lady. Yo, see that star like a satellite, and to be me like a satellite. She cannot care for the light, no girl want just a light. And them clothes are not for your type. Tell a girl take a eye. Well, a girl a try up here to you. Tell her she's a dreamer. The only thing we need to you is a Camina. Why them girl a run you like the beamer? Because you know you are the winner. Serena.
Yeah, dividends, you know. Again.
Wow. Yo, you know what? I'm afraid that we're gonna have to cut this now because we're gonna get kicked out, and I don't want to lose this because we need to document this for future reference. Just before we leave, is there anything you'd like to say to the people then?
I just want to say, keep in tune for Mossy Kid next year. Coming some new music for y'all. I want to big up everybody who has been a part of the Dutty Cup movement, from Standpipe, Ratty, Syndicate, Jeremy Harding, you know, Kimani Robinson, Syndicate Crew, you know what I mean, Travelers, you know what I mean, all our fans, anybody who has supported us and supported the movement, we love you.
Yes.
Dutty for life, you understand? Big up on yourself.
Big man, we'll be in touch. So
yes, sir.
Again, sir. All right then.
Respect
I might just come back in and spin to Dutty Cup tune after, but yeah. All right. Respect.
All right.
Yes, man.
Yes, sir.
Respect. Wow, folks. I've got 10 seconds left, so I might just come back in, spin a couple tune. Let's have a little party in there. All right. So